if he jumped into the well, would you jump into the well? I know I would. In fact, all of us have already jumped into the well. This is with regard to our driving etiquette, at least on our roads. But wouldn't it be great if driving was less stressful and we all didn't take on road warrior avatars while we're driving and riding on the road? There are some simple things we can try. So let's take a look using these Hot Wheels toys. Green thumb rule. So say you're at a traffic light, right? And this is the timer counting down. Beep beep. Beep 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 bam bam. Beep 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 bam 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 bam. There's no real point honking because the guy in front can't move until the guy ahead of him moves. So honking as the timer is counting down just doesn't make sense. So let's try not to do that. The usual, straight up please. When we drive on the road, let's try keeping in a straight line as much as possible, obviously if it's a straight road. Let's also try staying close to the divider so you're not drifting into another person's lane. I'll tell you why. The thing is, if you don't go in a straight line and you're constantly weaving like this, trying to find the fastest route, what happens is behind you all these vehicles will get slow while you're doing this, and then while you do this all these vehicles will have to slow down while you weave like this. So the thing is, if we all tried to maintain our lane and kept in a straight line, traffic would move much smoother. No lane, no gain. So here's something else that could definitely decrease our stress on the roads. Say this is a traffic intersection approaching, and here are cars approaching this intersection. As you can see, as cars build up, the distance between them will obviously reduce, right? So say you need to go right and you're here. It's best to try and get into the right lane as early as you can. So when you have more room and it's much easier to get into the lane. That saves you a lot of stress, it saves others a lot of stress, because if you were to try and turn right from here, you know what's going to happen. What's going to happen is you're going to slow down these guys, because these guys are not going to let you through. They're going to be pissed off, and you'll have to cut across 2 lanes of traffic, hold up everyone else while you make your turn. So try and shift lanes earlier than you normally would. Shift lanes maybe even 100 meters before is wise, because we have really long stretches of traffic here in India. So shift lanes early and reduce your stress. Please move, man. Haven't you noticed a scene like this, on our roads on a day-to-day basis? What I'm talking about is a person in this car, for example. He's driving slow. He's obviously not in a hurry to get to his destination. But since he's driving slow and driving, in the middle of the road without really caring too much about what's behind him, what's actually happening is he's slowed down all the vehicles behind him. So if you're not in a hurry, try to move to the left side and let people pass around you. If you move to the left, it's much easier for vehicles to pass you than it is if you're in the middle or you're on the right hogging the road. So let's try and do this also. Okay, let's take this situation now on a narrower road where there's oncoming traffic on the opposite side. Haven't you ever noticed this? There'll always be this one monkey who does this. You know, if we stop doing this, it would ease traffic congestion big time. All we need to do is have a little bit of patience and stay in line even when traffic is moving slowly on your side of the road, because you're not going to give a chance for any further congestion and traffic will eventually move. So let's be a little kind-hearted to everyone around us. Gimme red! The red light area should never be a grey area. So say this is a traffic intersection and the light is gone red for these two guys. But this guy decides to run the signal. So he's coming. These two guys, since it's green for them now, are beginning to move ahead. What if this guy decides to accelerate a little hard? What's going to happen is this guy will not see this guy coming running through the red signal till the last minute, because this guy is going to be blocking him, and what's going to happen is a terrible accident, maybe even a fatal one. So don't run the red signal, please. Bus stop, bus will go. So imagine this Mini was a bus and you're following behind in this car. Say the bus comes to a halt. It would reduce everyone's stress on the road if you simply waited behind the bus for it to start again. Because instead of trying to come out here and block the rest of the traffic, what would happen is just that little bit of patience will allow traffic to continue moving there and the bus will start moving. Bus stops don't usually take more than 10 or 15 seconds. So that's all you really need to wait actually. So come on India, it's time we took a chill pill.